Actually, whilst you're moving on, yeah, I mean, this is a old argument, the Malthusian sort of thing that, if there is a limited amount of resources and an over demand on them, eventually something has to be done to restore the equilibrium. Now, at the moment, we've got happy, well-fed people, and happy, well-fed people don't fight wars over resources as a general rule. Obviously, if you've got unhappy, poorly fed people, that equilibrium is going to shift.
Absolutely. Dude, are you with us?
Greetings. Can you hear me? Testing.
Yes, we can hear you very well.
Okay. All right. My question has to do with technology being a two-edged sword. Basically, you get sort of hand in hand with the goodness and the benefits of technology, whatever that does to, a whole wide range of subjects, even economic or computer-based or, whatever, economics, whatever, medicine. The question then is also, there comes with it a powerful, uncontrollable side to it. Technology could be very dangerous. Look at atomic energy. Look what happened with Fukushima lately. These things have consequences. How can some people promote just without ever stopping, just uncontrollably, an ever-advancing technology to where it's just ever advancing? It's on an exponential growth curve. I think it will ultimately end mankind.
Well, the thing is that you could always advance this argument, but the advancement of technology, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, but it invariably always acts as a boon to mankind. Otherwise, we wouldn't engage in advancing our technology. There is no technology that can't be applied to both detrimental and advantageous in advantageous ways. It's just that mankind usually has only an interest in applying it to the advantageous ways. So you're right, technology is, if you like, just a multiplier on mankind's abilities. But seeing as mankind's mostly interested in benefiting mankind, that's the way the technology is usually applied.
And sure, accidents and things like that will happen, but also keep in mind as technology advances, the technology to contain them and save lives will also advance. And furthermore, like if you look at, let's say, the power plant or whatnot, or nuclear power, that technological advantage, and then we just had this accident that's killed lots of people. I would argue that nuclear power as a technology in and of itself has saved
Actually,
lives.
let me just...
No?
Let me just put in, on Fukushima, I don't think anyone's died from Fukushima. Whereas, was it 30,000 died in the tsunami? You got to keep these things in perspective. We have 40,000 a year dying on the roads from driving cars.
Most of them women related, but yeah.
If I can just go back to the caller, because it seems to be implicit in your question that you're suggesting that we ought not to continue scientific advancement and knowledge and research on the basis that we may find that it's a bit scary what we end up finding out. But given all the benefits that it's given us, I think in the balance, I can't believe you're actually suggesting that.
To be honest, I'm not sure if it is actually something that mankind can actually get under control. It's sort of a genie out of the bottle, sort of Pandora's box has already been opened. I don't really think that we could get it back under control. There's something they call it emergent technology or emergent properties, and I think that what we're looking at, this exponential growth, I think that it's totally out of our control anyway.
But it seems to me that you're suggesting that this is a bad thing, and if it was possible to control it, you would be happy to control it. But by doing so, you might well be depriving a lot of people of enormous benefits.
Well, look at Homo erectus. That was a society of beings that lasted for 1 million years. I really don't think that these modern people, modern man, is going to reach that sort of level. I think we reach like maybe 200, maybe 500,000 years, and then it's all over for us. Really, there's no other future for mankind. I think it's even out of our control. Yes, it is a bad thing. We should try to control it. As best we can, but I think maybe some of you might remember Carl Sagan wrote that there would be eventually madmen that shoot meteors at our planet and destroy it by that route. I mean, the world, the universe, even our cosmology, our solar system is precariously balanced. I mean, how many smart brains can figure out a way to just set off a small imbalance somewhere in our vicinity and just destroy everything? I mean, hopefully technology could manage it. I don't know. It's a wait and see from me.
Dude, I was raised by people who very much like to instill fear about what the coming future was going to be. I was raised to believe that the governments were all going to collapse, banking systems were all going to fail, that we were at any point going to need to have our gas tanks filled up, and we would have to have our bullets ready, and we were all going to make runs on the grocery stores to steal the canned goods to escape to our bomb shelters. This was the sort of future
I was raised
that I was
in Texas as well.
Okay? I mean, this is why I don't have a decent education or a good job, is because I was raised to believe that there's no future. Okay? Really. Okay? I mean, and I'm sick of it. Okay? I mean, if you want to talk about fearful things, I can bring up all kinds of fearful things, but I'm done with it. You know, I'm just not afraid anymore, and I'm not going to be. I mean,
well, I don't think the fear is going to be.
Just taking it back to a video that Thunder made, I think probably over a year ago now. I'm sure you're far too young to remember, but I'm not. The video was in relation to what should happen when you get the 4-minute warning when the nuclear bombs start flying from Russia. And as a child growing up with that sort of like image, it was quite upsetting and disturbing. Has it happened? No. Yeah, of course we've got the ability to destroy ourselves if we really wanted to. But I still don't fully understand why you're suggesting that the potential dangers of scientific advancement are outweighing the advantages. And that's what I understand. Nor do I understand how on earth you think you'd be able to control science research in order to prevent bad things from being discovered and just get the good bits.
I've got one other comment to make about the Homo erectus too. I mean, look at Turkana Boy, right? He was 8 years old. 8 years old, and he died of an infected tooth. That's what it's like when you don't have technology. I mean, he's 8 years old.
But
he's 8 years old.
I would be
they live.
man.
But they live.
Appendicitis.
I mean, ultimately, that's called success. It's twice as long as we may ever reach. 3 times as long. That's what we call success.
Wait. Look I'm 48, okay? I'm 40 years older than Turkana Boy. I've had infected teeth. I've survived them. Just because I live in a realm of technology where I don't have to send my 8-year-old stepson out to hunt down a wild animal with a spear.
But were you happy? Were you as happy as that society? Were you as happy as Homo erectus?
Happier.
Well, I don't know how you...
damn sight more, yes. We are well fed, we are healthy.
But to one moment, Aaron, one moment. We were talking a few moments ago about Aaron's granddaughter. A few thousand years, well, not even a few thousand, a few hundred years, and maybe even a couple of decades ago, she wouldn't have survived. Is that a bad thing?
Of course not.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
100 years ago, I would have died of appendicitis. I mean, this is trivial operation now.
Now, one of the things that I remind my children, my stepchildren about frequently is how good they've got it right now, living where we do, when we do, and how things would have been dramatically different had this been 100 years ago, had it been not all that far away. I mean, if we lived instead of Texas in the 21st century, what if we'd lived 100 years ago in New York? All my children would be working in factories. I mean, yeah, you can talk about how bad things are going to get, but you know what? I don't think you could ever get them as bad as they've already been. And you have to look back at on how much improvement we've had and how much better off we are. The good old days are a lie. Okay, we've had many more advances. We've had to give up some things, fine. There's a balance, but on the whole, we have improved.
On that note, dude, because I've got a couple of more people waiting, I'm going to move on, but thank you very much for the call.
Thank you.